Hello, friends. It's story time, so let's find a seat. I'm going to read the book as best I can and show you the pictures over here. Okay? The book we're reading today is The Little Red Hen and the Passover Matzah, and it's written by Leslie Kimmelman and illustrated by Paul Mizell. The year was passing. The little red hen could feel the change of the seasons in the tips of her tail feathers. She could smell it in the barnyard air. "Oi, gewalt!" exclaimed the little red hen, thinking ahead to spring. "Before I know it, it will be time for Pesach. I will need some matzah for my Seder dinner, and that begins with some grains of wheat." In a corner of the chicken coop, the little red hen kept a small pile of grains safe from wind and water. She gathered them now and went to find her friends. Such friends she had, always ready to lend a hand. "Who will help me plant these grains?" she asked them. "Not I," said Sheep. "Sorry, bub," said Horse. "Think again," said Dog, a little bit rudely. The little red hen was not happy. Okay, she grumbled. "I should worry. I'll just do it myself." And the little red hen planted those grains. Months passed. The sun shone and rain fell, and the grains grew tall. The little red hen waited patiently. Finally, there was a field of wheat ready to be harvested. The little red hen went to find her friends. This time she was sure they'd lend a hand. "Who will help me cut the wheat?" she asked. "Not I," said Sheep. "Sorry, bub," said Horse. "Think again," said Dog, a little bit rudely. "We're your friends, not your servants." The little red hen was definitely not happy. "Friends, schmens," she muttered. "I'll just do it myself." And the little red hen cut the wheat. The wheat was ready for the mill, and the little red hen gathered it together and went to find her friends. "They won't disappoint me again," she told herself confidently. "Who will help me carry this wheat to the mill?" she asked them. "Not I," said Sheep. "Sorry, bub," said Horse. "Think again," said Dog, a little bit rudely. "We're resting." I bet the little red hen wanted to take a rest too. The little red hen was really not happy this time. "I should live so long," she fetched, "to see this bunch of friends of mine put in an honest day's work. I'll just do it myself." The little red hen took the wheat to a special Pesach mill, where a miller ground it into flour. Then she schlepped that flour back home in a big, heavy sack, clucking to herself all the way. Before she knew it, it was spring, the morning of the first night of Pesach. The little red hen had cleaned her house, top to bottom. There wasn't a crumb of bread to be found anywhere. "Time to make the matzah," the little red hen announced to her friends. "Who wants to help me? Everyone deserves a second or third or fourth chance," she reminded herself. But what do you think her friends said? Let's find out. "Not I," said Sheep. "Sorry, bub," said Horse. "Ha, ha," laughed Dog, more than a little bit rudely. "Think again." The little red hen was not happy. She was not surprised either. Okay, she said. So I should starve. I'll just make it myself. I don't know about these friends of hers. The little red hen washed up carefully. She put a big bowl on the kitchen table. Then she set her timer. According to Jewish law, Pesach matzah had to be finished in just 18 minutes. The little red hen mixed the flour and water. Quickly. She kneaded it. Quickly. She rolled it out nice and flat. Quickly. And she pricked it all over with a fork. Prickly. And then she put it into the oven. Sorry, friends. Ding, the matzah was ready, just in time. Then the little red hen prepared the Seder dinner. She boiled eggs, simmered soup, and mixed gefilte fish. She washed parsley, chopped apples and nuts, and stirred batter for a cake. Finally, she set the table, putting a beautiful Pesach Haggadah at each place and an extra chair for Eliyahu Hanavi. Should he come, Bezrat Hashem. She finished with a covered plate on the homemade matzah. A covered plate, yeah. The little red hen sat in a chair and waited. When the sun began to set in the evening sky, there was a knock at the door. Guess who was standing there? Look who's looking in her window to see what's happening. Bah, nay, woof, we're famished, they told the little red hen. What's for dinner? You have got to be kidding me, scolded the little red hen. What chutzpah! You didn't help me plant the grains when I asked you, and you didn't help me harvest the wheat, or carry it to the mill, or take it back home again, and you didn't even help me bake the matzah. So tell me, why should I share my Seder with the likes of you? Do you know why she's going to do it? Sheep, horse, and dog couldn't think of a thing to say. The little red hen was right. They hadn't been very good friends. The three animals silently hung their heads in shame. The little red hen was quiet too. Now I should invite them to my Seder, she thought. Then she remembered the words written in the Haggadah. Let all who are hungry come and eat. She looked at her friends. They looked hungry. Besides, the little red hen was a good egg, a mensch. A mensch forgives. And why are you just standing there? She finally said. Come on in. So together, the friends celebrated Pesach. Together they noshed on tasty, crunchy matzah. And when the Seder was over, after all the planting and the harvesting, the schlepping and the cleaning, the baking and the feasting, just who do you think had to wash all those dishes? Not I, said the little red hen. So my friends, normally we would be at school and we would read this story and we would make our own matzah very quickly in the classroom and bake it in the oven. We're not going to do that now, so we are going to sing a matzah song. You ready? Get your hands together. Bake a matzah, pat, pat, pat. Do not make it fat, fat, fat. Make a matzah, pat, pat, pat. Make a matzah just like that. And tomorrow, when we make our Pesach video, you will know exactly the reason why. All right, have a great day, my friends. Take care. Mwah.